What's up, guys? David Sherback here, and welcome to another episode of Raptors Wrap Up. Today, the Raptors walked away with the 105-92 win over the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. And with this win, the Raptors have won 10 in a row now. They improved to 35-14. And officially, Nick Nurse, doesn't matter if we lose on Sunday to the Bulls, Nick Nurse is going to be coaching Team Giannis in the All-Star game, which is amazing. If you guys didn't see the video, there was a video that the Raptors posted last night after last night's win against the Cavs, that Kyle was pumped up and that they needed to get this one for the coaches. So yeah, Nick Nurse is going to be in the All-Star game. Well, not in the game, but he's going to be coaching Team Giannis, which is super sick. And yeah, Raptors walk away with the dub, 10th win in a row. Let's talk about it. First quarter there, or actually first, let's talk about the crowd in this one. The crowd was insane. Now, every time the Raptors go into Detroit, it's basically a home game for them. We all know that. But I feel like this time it seemed like there was more than normal, like a more than normal amount of Raptors fans. It seemed extra loud. And then the music that the Pistons were playing seemed extra loud as well, trying to drown out the Raptors fans. So, yeah, all you Raptor fans showed up. There were some MVP chants for Pascal at the free throw line. It was insane. Really exciting game, just with like the two different crowds, which is insane in one arena. Mainly Raptors, though. Mainly Raptors fans. Dang, it must suck to be the Pistons. They literally get booed, or they literally have a team come into their building, and there's more fans of that team than their own team. Like, just imagine being the Pistons, honestly. All right, enough of the hate. Let's move on to the first quarter here. To start it off, there was a couple turnovers there, not the best start. But to combat that, the Raps were getting to the paint, and that's the story of this whole game pretty much. I think it was something like, it might have been 64. It was probably more. But it was like 64 points in the paint for the Raptors. Keep in mind, they scored 105, so that's well over 50% of their points. So the Raps were getting into the paint, and it started out in the first quarter there. All 8 of their first points were all 8 of their first points were in the paint there. And yeah, Drummond was getting cooked tonight too. I'm going to talk about that later, but Drummond, dang, it must be depressing to be Andre Drummond and to play in Detroit. Okay, I'm gonna stop hating. Tony Snell was playing some good defense at the start there. He blocked a couple of threes, played some good defense on Pascal, but it was pretty much just in the first quarter. Pascal ignored that good defense whenever Tony Snell wasn't guarding him, and even if Tony Snell was, he was still eating. He hit back-to-back threes in that first quarter, finished with 13 of his 30 in that first quarter. So overall, a good first quarter. The Raps go up by 10. They outscored the Pistons 30-20 in that first quarter there. So a good quarter overall, good defense, good ball movement, and getting into the paint, which was nice to see. Second quarter, that kind of just continues. The bench comes in. The ball movement continues. Terrence Davis had a couple nice plays there. Chris Boucher, I think, had a couple nice plays. I can't remember if he hit a 3. No, he didn't hit a 3. But Norm was also great in that second quarter as well. I think one of his 5 dunks came in that, or that might have been in the first quarter or the second quarter, where Serge threw a really nice kind of behind the back pass through the defender's arms, and then Norm was cutting back, and then Norm with a really nice dunk on Andre Drummond. Norm had a couple on Andre Drummond, and like I said, Andre Drummond was getting cooked tonight. He got dunked on twice by Powell, and then he got dunked on by Chris Boucher, too. And Boucher, keep in mind, Boucher is he's skinny. He does not weigh a lot. Drummond definitely has the size advantage, but Boucher, oh my. I don't know why the Pistons were going to that matchup more. Towards the end of the game, they kind of did, but they should have just thrown it to Andre Drummond. He's got probably I don't even know how many pounds, but a lot on Chris Boucher. And when they did, good things happened, but I don't know why they didn't do that more. But yeah, Norm had some good plays in the second quarter there. Good energy overall by the Raptors. Coming off a back-to-back, the second night of a back-to-back, you kind of expect to be lethargic and not full of energy. But in that first quarter there, or the first two quarters, lots of good energy by the Raptors defensively, moving the ball on offense, cutting hard on offense. So good overall first half. The Raptors win the second quarter 30-27, so they're up 60-47, up by 13 at halftime. So not too bad. Third quarter, Serge was amazing tonight. Serge hit a couple of threes in that third quarter. I think there was Matt Devlin said something like Serge is shooting 45. Oh yeah, here it is. He's shooting 45% from three as a starter. That's insane. A center / power forward, but he's usually playing center, shooting 45% from three when he starts. That's a crazy stat. There's also the stat that came out yesterday against Cleveland that Serge became the first player to record 1,500 blocks and 500 threes in his career. So that's just Serge for you. He'll hit those threes. And then obviously most of those blocks came early in his career, but still a good rim protector right now. And overall, his game has just really evolved. He's still got butterfingers, which I always find funny. He always somehow manages to drop the ball. But yeah, shout out to Serge for a good start to the third quarter there. Other than those couple of offensive fouls, he had a couple of illegal screens and then I think a foul, a reach-in kind of thing on Andre Drummond. Other than that, he was really good tonight. Serge finished he had 26 last night. Obviously, I didn't cover the game last night because I was working, but Serge finished with 21, 6, and 3 in 28 minutes. Shot 64% and 75 from 3. That's really nice. Serge continues to dominate when he's in the starting lineup. And yeah, from there though, other than Serge in the third quarter, not really much was happening. The Raptors went into a 3-minute scoring drought near the end of that quarter. I think the Pistons got it to down to 7, something like that. And after they got it to 7 or 6, Steady Freddy comes off the screen or gets a screen from Serge, gets away from his defender, does his classic pull-up 3 at the top there, bangs it, Steady Freddy in action, and I think that pushed the lead back to either 9 or 10, so a big bucket from Van Vliet there. And then the Raptors finished that quarter. Also one more play in that third quarter that I wrote down. Terrence Davis got stuck on Christian Wood in the post. Now, keep in mind, Terrence Davis is 6'4", and I searched it up. Christian Wood is 6'10", and Terrence Davis blocked him in the paint. I don't even know how that happened, but Terrence Davis, shout out to you for that defensive effort in the paint. He's given up 6 inches, and he somehow blocks Christian Wood. I don't know how that happens. But third quarter there, the Raptors actually lose that quarter. The offense kind of struggles in that third quarter. They lose 22-18, so it is a 9-point lead going into the fourth. And from there, the Raptors put this one away. They go on an insane run. At one point, it was 8-0 run. It was probably more than that because the Raptors, first off, Fred with that tough and one to start the quarter. That was real tough. That nice steal from Derrick Rose led to a Chris Boucher 2 free throws, and then they basically just put the game away. They go up by 23. I don't know why the starters came back in at the end there. We could have kind of just rode the bench, I feel like. But yeah, Raptors win this one. And what else? What else was there? So yeah, Nick Nurse is going to be coaching at the All-Star game. One thing. Serge was getting more offensive rebounds than Andre Drummond at the start of that game. Andre Drummond was a complete non-factor in this. He did have a 20-20, which it's weird saying he's a non-factor, but most of those rebounds and most of those points came at the end of the game when the game was over. So I don't know why Andre Drummond doesn't do anything when the game matters. He literally puts up 20-20, but it's meaningless. It's not helping the Pistons win. Oh man. I don't really get what Andre Drummond is doing, but let's see. So he did have 6 offensive boards, but like I said, most of those came in when the game was already over. And Serge had 4, so Serge held his own on the glass against the Pistons. And yeah, Serge continuing his good play. Pascal was great tonight. Like I said, he had 30 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, 12 of 18, and 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 5 from the line, and a plus 26. Pascal really made a great impact tonight. OG, a standard game for OG, 6 points, 2 boards. Kyle, his shot struggled tonight, but that didn't stop him from doing all-star things. Like, I've seen recently, like, people saying that Derrick Rose should be an all-star over Kyle Lowry, and I'm like, how is that even a thing? Kyle Lowry has better stats. Like, if you legit just look at Kyle Lowry's stats, he is averaging more points, more assists. The efficiency obviously is worse, but he's got better stats on a way better team. The Pistons are what? They're going to be 17-33 after this loss, 10th in the East, I think. The Raptors are 2nd in the East, 35-14 now. Like, better stats, better team. I don't know how Derrick Rose would take Kyle's spot. Like, I don't know. I can see a case for Bradley Beal maybe, but then again, like, he's still on a bad team. The Wizards suck. And then, okay, I want to talk about the All-Stars for a little bit because there's one All-Star snub in the West that everyone's talking about, and I definitely agree with it, which is Devin Booker. Devin Booker should obviously be an All-Star. The man is averaging, here, let me search it up again. I know I'm not talking about the Raptors, but this just makes me mad. Like, Devin Booker, let's see, Basketball Reference. This season, the man is averaging 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. He's shooting 51% from the field, 37 from 3, and 91. He's almost at 50-40-90 club with 27 points a game. Okay? And the Suns are, I think, a game and a half better than the Pelicans. And obviously, you know, Brandon Ingram made it. So let's check out Brandon Ingram's stats. Keep in mind, Devin Booker averaging 27, almost 50-40-90. Brandon Ingram, obviously having a great season, but he's averaging 25, 6, and 4. Less efficient, more efficient from 3, or shooting 40% from 3, 47 from the field, 85 from the line. So Devin Booker is having a better season, a better statistical season, and the Suns are better. So by default, if you use the argument that putting up good stats on bad teams doesn't count, whatever argument you use, Devin Booker should still be on the team over Brandon Ingram. Like, he's on a better team with better stats. I don't know. That just makes me mad. So, yeah, what else? Terrence Davis, people think he got snubbed the Rising Stars game. I kind of see it. But then again, he is from America. So, and there's a lot of freaking, let's see. I'm trying to see the roster for the U.S. Like, there's a lot of people on there that I don't think Terrence Davis really deserves to take their spot. Miles Bridges, maybe. No, not Miles Bridges. Devontae Graham, no. Wendell Carter, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Kendrick Nunn, Eric Pascal, PJ Washington. I don't really know what he's averaging, but I feel like maybe. Zion Williamson, Trae Young. I feel like Luka and Trae shouldn't even be in the Rising Stars game because they're all-stars, but I don't know. So I'm fine with Terrence Davis not being in it. There's lots of good young players from the U.S., so yeah, overall a good game. 12 points from Norm. Freddie was great tonight. 16, 8, and 9. He almost had a triple-double. That is really nice. So shout out to Fred. And shout out to the entire Raptors for winning 10 in a row, the second longest win streak. There's been 2 win streaks of 11 games, I'm pretty sure, by the Raptors. So if we win on Sunday against the Bulls, which we should, that will tie for the longest win streak in Raptors history. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Raptors are well in front of the Miami Heat now. I think they're 2 games in front now, so that's nice. And yeah, good game overall. Andre Drummond sucks. Just kidding. I love you, Andre. I mean, what? No, I don't. But yeah, so many posters on Andre Drummond. Also, Norm dunked on Bruce Brown. That was a really nice dunk, too. I could talk about Norm's dunks forever, but I'm not going to do that. So thank you guys for tuning in to this Raptors wrap-up. Great game in Detroit in front of the Raptors home crowd. And yeah, that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.